Congratulate the whole team, cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. Tell them line it up, like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They go to the ground again to Taylor. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going up top for Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the low one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That moves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Wilson throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Desmond King making the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up the 3rd and 10. Right where this settle down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come back and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack. And a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Texans at 0-16 now on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels. Because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Isabella now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Wilson. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they want to see the field goal kicker try on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 16 more on that one and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. Down to the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Come on. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Isabella now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Bernard able to get in there running down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the total. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Back to throw. Wilson. And that is incomplete. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt. Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal. I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeMarcus Lawrence, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Getting 6 on the run, but they'll be facing out of the 3rd and 10. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of 1st at about the 31-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos are able to convert here on 4th. And this Texans defense stands tall. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 5. The open man here, Renfro. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Gallup. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead in the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here at quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Play action. It's Wilson. Open man is Davidson, the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, they weren't able to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Mike Williams, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it. And how about this field with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. scrimmage. Once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
60 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
14,
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
This back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So now goes a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Hard throw, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A big pickup at 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They're going to look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
When you get good yards like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get him with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Gotta figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Taylor. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Wilson wants to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing now is Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Broncos, they do get one final win, but it finishes off a 5-12 campaign. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Texans, not much more left to say except it was a sheer disaster from beginning to end as they do indeed finish 0-17. And it will be a disappointing finish to the regular season, no doubt.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star. And play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar.